So after talking about the GR Yaris often since this car was launched, and especially in the last video with the Supra, I said multiple times how much I would love to own one of these. However, I never thought it would be possible to own a second car next to my GT3. Toyota Switzerland noticed how much I wanted a GR Yaris, and they've only gone and made it possible. So I'm now a very proud owner of a brand new black GR Yaris. This is the dream winter car for me, and also dream two-car garage, having a GT3 and a GR Yaris. Not sure what else I need, to be honest. Now, originally I was going to keep the Supra for the winter, but because obviously this has happened, I've now given the Supra back and got the Yaris. Also, today's video is sponsored by Musicbed. Now, this is the platform that I've been using for over 2 years. I absolutely love it. I use it nearly every day. So I was super happy to hear when they reached out to me about sponsoring a couple of videos. So before we get going with today's video, you guys head off back to my editing studio quickly, where I'm going to give you a quick introduction to the platform, and then I'll see you back here in the snow with my brand new GR Yaris. I did say editing studio, but just moved into a new apartment and it's not quite ready to show you guys yet. So dining room it is. Anyway, onwards with Musicbed. It is the best platform for licensing music. As I've been using it for over 2 years now, I go back again and again, and the songs have never ever got boring. Every time I go back, I can find a new track that I like just as much as the last one. Sorry, that's Max's ball. Go get your ball. Super talented artists and musicians with over 40,000 songs available that you can license. The website is very user-friendly, built with filmmakers and creators in mind. Also, to help find your perfect song, you have various search tools down here on the left, from mood to instruments and advanced like BPM and key. Musicbed has playlists from different filmmakers and creatives, including now a Cars with Luke playlist. The best thing to do would be to simply try it for yourself. You can sign up for an account and use the code CARSWITHLUKE at checkout to receive 1 month free when you purchase an annual subscription. Yes, look at that. It is dumping it down, huge chunks of snow. This is what I've been waiting for. I was a little bit worried since I last filmed with the Supra like 5 weeks ago now. The temperatures went crazy. It was around 13-14 degrees. As you saw, I filmed with my GT3 in summer tires. So we all were a little bit worried about what was going on with the weather, and is the winter going to return? And I've missed the snow so much, and especially now I have the GR Yaris, of course. I'm just super pumped for doing my snow videos again. As much as I do miss my GT3, I'm very excited for days like this because they're just so special. And snow for me has always been a very personal, kind of magical, special place to be. And I love that it just makes everything quiet. Everything's just like that. It's just so peaceful and nice. And not to mention, of course, for doing photos, I just had to do a couple of photos now because, well, the GR Yaris sitting here in the snowy forest with this much snow falling just looked amazing. Look at this, totally alone up here. I'm going to try not to slip because I nearly did before. Look at that. Now that is what I call a fun winter road. This is so cool. What a first adventure in my new GR Yaris. Sitting here in the snow could not look better than it does now, or in a better situation. One thing just to address quickly as well, the number plates, as you can see, they are not my number plates. I live in Zurich, so I don't have AG, which stands for Canton Aargau, if you didn't know. So basically, Toyota Switzerland were kind enough to give me this car a little bit early before we finish off the contracts and everything. They said I could take it on their number plates already, so I could start using it straight away. So in the next 1 or 2 weeks, we will finish all of the paperwork. And then, although the car is mine, it will fully feel like mine, of course, once my number plates are on. So something in Switzerland quite cool is you can share a number plate with the car. So you can have 2 cars but 1 number plate. If you don't need to use or to have both cars on the road at the same time, then you can switch between the number plates. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my number plate that I already have on the GT3 and just switch it between the 2 cars depending on which one I want to take out. But on days like this, this is definitely the right car to have out, not the GT3. As much as the GT3 would look cool here, obviously, well, actually, you know what, this looks just as cool as the GT3 sitting here in the snow. I will never get bored of looking at this car, and so happy it's in black. As you can see, for me, black was the color I wanted. I love the white also, but I've seen it too much now, so for me, black was the one to have. I also wanted it to be stealth, so this for me is a fun car. It's also a practical, usable daily car. It's a car that I can use in conditions like this and not have to think twice. So I want to keep it stealth. I currently have around, I think, 9 modifications ordered. So there are going to be quite some changes, but I'm also, as I said, going to keep it quite stealth, undercover. Some things that I've ordered already, for example, suspension, wheel spacers, a huge carbon intake, which I cannot wait to fit. It's going to have a nice power gain, but most importantly for me, it's going to improve the sound. So it's going to be some really nice turbo intake sound. Exhaust wise, I'm not sure yet, because you know what? I'm really enjoying having a more quiet car. I'm really happy to have some more kind of turbo sound, but I'm also thinking about just, as I said, just keeping it stealth. I really like that. Bit more power, adjust the looks a little bit more, improve the looks to what I think is right. And also, to be honest, I've been really enjoying driving a car that's not so loud. It's just been an absolute pleasure to use daily. I say we head out, go and enjoy the first drive in the GR Yaris in what I call perfect conditions. Oh, being beeped at already. Roads may be icy. Yep, kind of gathered that, but thanks Toyota. Can't see anything. Windows have steamed up just a little bit. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I wanted. Look at the amount of snow coming down. This is wild. Oh, it feels so good. Ever since I first filmed this car, if you look back on my channel, actually, you know what, I'll link the video below if you want to watch it after. I drove it in the snow. I had so much fun, and I honestly did not stop thinking about that. Every time I saw snow, I just thought, God, I wish I had a GR Yaris, because it was just so much fun. And not only that, you just destroy everyone. This car flies by everything. One of the best performing cars in the snow I've ever experienced, and that, you know, that goes against things like an RS3, for example. I mean, obviously, you know, Audi Quattros are amazing in the snow, but I don't know, I think this is even better, you know. I mean, not to mention around 35,000 euros less than a new RS3, which is crazy. And like nearly any new Audi, you just lose money. That's reality. If you pay the full price for it, you're just going to lose 10k easy within the first couple of months. This, however, I mean, you could just use them and they're holding their value like crazy. And if you have the right one, they're also going up in value. So they've definitely gone up a few thousand the last couple of months, I've noticed. yeah, it's a future classic. I can't think of a better car to buy right now this winter than a GR Yaris. Right, we need to turn around because I want to head up. And there's only one way to turn around. Come on, car. Oh, traction control kicking in a bit. There we go. Oh yes. So I've got it in sport mode at the moment, and I can just feel a bit more power going to the rear wheels, and it just dances like a ballerina. I mean, I'm no, you know, pro driver, like drifting wise, you know, racing wise at all. I mean, not even close. I've got no experience, but this car makes you feel like you are such a good driver because it's so manageable. And as I said, it just works. It just works so well. The size, the weight, the full drive system, and as I said, with the power now going a bit more to the rear, it just dances. It's like a ballerina. I'm sorry, but this car is just... it's just absolutely amazing. One thing that annoys me about this car from new is this fake engine sound coming in through the speakers. Now, I will be turning that off. I'm not exactly sure how yet. If anyone knows, please let me know. But I think it has to be done with software. So that's one thing I'm going to be doing very soon, turning off that fake sound, especially once I get this big carbon air intake up the front. I want to really hear that, of course, and I don't want to hear any fake sounds. So one other thing to tell you about this car, and that is, this is the first car on my channel that I own outright. So I have no finance or leasing on this car. I completely own this car outright, which is a very nice feeling. The GT3, of course, as you know, I pay for monthly, which is fine. That's, you know, part of the thing if you want these super expensive supercars at a younger age or before you could afford them. You know, for me, this whole finance and leasing thing is fine, and I'm totally open to talk to you all about that once, about how I, for example, finance the GT3. So it's just a very nice feeling knowing I have no payments on the car. I completely own it. I can do what I want with it, and that is just really, really nice. So made it to the top of the snowy mountain pass. Of course, no problem in the almighty GR Yaris. Big thank you to Toyota Switzerland for making this happen, because as you can see by my smile, I'm a very happy man right now to have this car, and especially now to have it with winter finally starting. And thanks to Musicbed for sponsoring today's video, and thanks to all of you for, yeah, as always, supporting my videos and making all of these, you know, cool things happen for me. But for now, I'm going to focus on some pictures, get some nice first snowy pictures with the GR Yaris. How cool is it up here at the moment? I love it, and I think I've seen one car since I've been up here. It's just amazing. Anyway, you shall see the pictures that I make now on my Instagram in the next week or so. And yeah, until the next, hopefully, snowy video, let's hope the snow stays now, I shall see you all again very soon. So for me, it is ciao for now.